many times we find ourselves in these foxholes. It's a time for us to kind of sit around and you can imagine guys sitting in a foxhole and pulling their wallets out and going, hey, here's my wife, or here's my kid, and knowing that the enemy may attack at any time. You're just 200-300 yards from the battle zone, but still knowing that any moment, machine gun fire might start, or your kid spikes a fever, right? And here we go again. The battle starts again. Those moments in those foxholes, joking around with guys, my buddies, whatever. And even though I had in the back of my mind that the battle may start at any moment, that I was able to do that and to share those times with those guys. Well, yeah. I mean, one of my hobbies was one of my hobbies, was to go to the grocery store with Evan. Go to the grocery store with Evan, or go to the mall and see how people reacted, right? So you're pushing this kid who's got a vent running, he's got a trach, he looks different. There's obviously something not right there. And to walk down an aisle and see somebody at the other end of the aisle kind of glance and turn right around and go the other way.
Why are you bringing him here?
Yeah, why?
They don't ever tell you that?
Well, no, but I'll tell you you know who the worst people were? Ladies over 65 or 70. You'd walk by them and they would look at your child and kind of like, that's disgusting. And you'd think they would be the ones that would be like, oh, how's he doing? Now if someone came up and said, hey, how's he doing? Is he having a good day? It was usually somebody from the medical profession. Or I think the best time was when we were at the park one day, and we had Evan up there with the nurse and the stroller, and we were running the feeds, and he's on the ventilator, and this little girl comes up and she says, oh, how's he doing today? 6 years old, right? She like a nurse or a doctor would, and she says, how's he doing? And then this little boy, who was probably a couple years older, he comes over and he says, oh yeah, what's his name? And we're like, my wife and I are going, wow, this is weird, these kids, 5, 6, 7 years old coming up. And then come to find out, my wife starts talking to him and she says, oh, we have a brother like that too. So it's interesting how they were kind of part of our clan, our family. They knew who we were. They knew that kind of thing. And so hopefully they're going to be great adults, because of that. So I thought that was...
I tend to think about it as people that are in the same zip code, right? If we live in the same zip code, I can tell you which McDonald's to meet at, and I don't have to give you an address, right?
Is that right?
If we're not in the same zip code, then I gotta give you real precise directions. People that are in the same zip code are other dads that are taking care of kids here, or that have frequent flyers here, or kids that are sick. They'll walk up and they'll talk to you in the park or whatever, and it's a normal conversation, because and you can recognize that they're from your zip code the second they come up and open their mouth. The people that don't will ask you some of the strangest questions, and are often quite rude, because they'll ask you questions. They'll ask me questions about Stella that are really inappropriate. Why is it appropriate for you to come up and ask for her diagnosis?
What's wrong with her?
Yeah, what happened to her? What happened to her? This is my daughter.